Hey, what's up, guys? Coming off that video, and today I'm going to do my NFL Week 6 picks. So here it goes. So start off the list there. So we have Thursday Night Football, October 14th. Primetime NFL and Fox. We have the Tampa Bucks at the Philadelphia Eagles. Honestly, this game is going to be mostly like a slaughter here. But I am mostly going to go with the Bucks here to win. I think the Bucks have a little bit of advantage over the Eagles here. Eagles just don't look that 100% that's great in this game. Mostly the Bucks there for this game there look pretty well there for the last 4 weeks. They look pretty solid there. They're almost like a solid football team. When the Eagles there, they just can't really find themselves there and stuff like that for it. But mostly this game, I can't really say too much about this game here. But I am going to go with the Bucks here to win over the Eagles. That's it for the Thursday night. That's it for the Thursday night game. So we'll move on to the Sunday games, October 17th. So first on the list, we got a 7:30 game, Mountain Time, primetime NBC. We had the Miami Dolphins at the Jacksonville Jaguars. Mostly both of these teams here are technically pretty bad here and stuff like that. But mostly I am going to go with the Jaguars here to win. I think the Jaguars look a little bit more better than the Dolphins there. The Dolphins there, they just can't get nothing going. Mostly this team just can't get nothing going there and stuff like that for it. When the Jaguars mostly they lost their games also, but mostly the Jaguars actually have mostly they actually had games that were pretty close there and stuff like that for it. So I'm gonna go with the Jaguars here, win over the Dolphins, but this game's mostly this game here is mostly out of the country, but I'm gonna go with the Jaguars here, win over the Dolphins. Mostly it's gonna be a low scoring game. That's it for the 7:30 game. So moving to the 11 o'clock games, Mountain Time. First on 11 o'clock, we got the Green Bay Packers at the Chicago Bears. This game's going to be a hard-hitting game here, but mostly I'm going to go with the Packers here to win over the Bears. Packers, they're starting to find themselves and stuff like that. The Packers are technically starting to find themselves, minus that Week 1 game against the Saints there. They look pretty bad against the Saints, but most of the last 3 weeks there, or last 4 weeks, the last 3 weeks there, they look pretty solid there. Mostly the Packers do look pretty solid team there. Rodgers is finding himself there in this, finding himself in the last couple weeks there and stuff like that. Mostly for the Bears there. Mostly the Bears are still a rebuilding team there. Mostly they're still a rebuilding team. They did pretty well against the Raider haters. Last week they did pretty well against the Raider haters last week there, but this game might be close here. But I mostly am going to go with the Packers here, win over. I think the Packers can pull it out here and win this one against the Bears. That's it for that game. So we'll move on to the next game there. We have the Cincinnati Bengals at the Detroit Lions. This game right here, there's nothing to say about this game. I am going to go with the Bengals here to win over the Lions. Lions just don't look that great. Honestly, they look pretty bad there for the last couple weeks there. They just look pretty bad and stuff. They just can't get nothing going there and stuff like that. When the Bengals there, they look pretty solid there for the last technically 3 weeks. Technically, they look pretty solid for the last 3 weeks there. Mostly they look pretty solid in the last 3 weeks there and stuff like that for it. Mostly, I think the Bengals can actually pull it out here and win this one, and I think mostly they did have that hiccup game against the Packers there, but mostly I think this game might be close here. This game it's not going to be close, but I think the Bengals are going to win it here over the Lions. Next game, we have the Houston Texans at the Indianapolis Colts. I'm mostly this game's honestly a who cares game. Both teams don't look that 100% this great in this game. They look pretty bad. But mostly I'm going to go with the Colts here. I think the Colts have a little bit more leverage, and the Texans there. It kind of looks like the Texans just don't care. Now they just don't really look like they care this season and stuff like that. The Colts there, they just look pretty bad themselves. But I think the Colts can pull it out here and win this one against the Texans. Texans just don't look that great in this game, so mostly I'm going to go with the Colts here, win over the Texans. Next game, we have the LA Rams at the New York Giants. I'm mostly going to go with the Rams here to win. I think the Rams have a little bit of advantage over the Giants there. I'm going to say no contest. Rams look pretty solid for the last 3 weeks there. They look really, really solid there. Their offense is actually staying on the field a little bit longer there versus their opponents there. They did really well against Tom Brady and the Bucs in Week 3 there. So mostly I am going to go with the Rams here to win over the Giants. Giants there, they just don't look that great. They don't look that great at all. They look pretty bad for the last 3 weeks. Or technically, they just look bad overall, and they just can't find themselves and stuff like that. Most of the Giants just can't find themselves and stuff. So mostly I'm going to go with the Rams here went over the Giants. Next game, we had the Kansas City Chiefs at the Washington Football Team. This game here. Mostly I'm going to go with the football team here to win. I'm going to take the upset here and go with the football team here to win. Kansas City there, their defense looks really, really bad in this game. Their defense looks really, really, really bad in this game here and stuff like that. Mahomes there, he's technically falling apart here and stuff like that for it. So Mahomes is technically falling apart here, and he can't get nothing going and stuff like that and stuff. Mostly for the football team here, they don't look that great either, but I think they can get it. I think they can pull it out here and win this one against the Chiefs because that Chiefs bad defense there. I think the football team can pull it out here and win this one against the Chiefs. But this game might be close, but I'm going to say football teams can pull it out here and win this one against the Chiefs. Next game, we have the Minnesota Vikings at the Carolina Panthers. I'm going to say no contest here. I'm going to go with the Panthers here to win over the Vikings. Vikings there, they look pretty bad. They look like a pretty hot mess there for the last couple weeks there. They look like a hot mess there and stuff like that. They just can't get nothing. They can't really find themselves and stuff like that for this game and stuff. The Panthers there, they look pretty red hot. They look pretty red hot there. They look pretty well in this game there and stuff like that. So mostly I am going to go with the Panthers here, went over the Vikings. Next game, we got the LA Chargers at the Baltimore Ravens. This game is going to be a hard-hitting game here. But mostly, I am going to go with the Ravens here to win. I think the Ravens have a little bit of advantage over the Chargers. Chargers there, they look pretty solid there for the last 3 weeks there, or the last 2 weeks there. They look pretty solid. Mostly this game might be massively close here, but I'm going to say the Ravens pull it out here and win this one against the Chargers. Mostly this game is going to be close, but mostly I think the Ravens have a little bit of advantage there versus the Chargers there. The Ravens offense looked pretty solid for the last couple weeks there. The Chargers there, I think they're just getting lucky and winning those. The last 2 games were technically luck there. So I'm mostly going to go with the Ravens here went over the Chargers. This game might be close, but I'm going to say Ravens can pull it out here and win this one against the Chargers. That's it for the 11 o'clock games. So on to the 2:05 games. Mountain Time first in the 2:05. We got the Arizona Cardinals at the Cleveland Browns. This game is another close game here, but mostly I'm going to go with the Cardinals here to win. I think the Cardinals have a little bit of advantage here over the Browns. The Browns there, yeah, they kind of upset some teams there and stuff like that, but mostly it was not this things there, and they kind of got embarrassed by the Chargers last week. Most of them really embarrassed with the Chargers. Most of the Chargers kind of put them in a weird state there and stuff like that for it. For the Cardinals there, they look really red hot. The Cardinals look really red hot there for this game here, and they look pretty solid in this game. So mostly I'm going to go with the Cardinals here, win over the Browns. That's it for the 2:05 games. We'll move to the 2:25 games. Mountain Time first in the 2:25. We got the Las Vegas Raider haters at my Denver Broncos. I am going to go with my Broncos here to win. Mostly for the haters there, they lost their coach there, and usually teams who honestly lose their coach there don't do good the following week there. They just don't do that good there and stuff like that for it. So they don't really do that good for the following week and stuff like that for it and stuff like that. Mostly for the Broncos there, we didn't do that well against the Steelers, but I think we did have a comeback there. We did have a comeback against Pittsburgh there and stuff like that. I think the Broncos, Teddy Bridgewater there, he came back from having that concussion injury and stuff like that. Bridgewater did have that concussion injury, and that kind of hurt us last week there. But I think he's going to be much better this week, going into this game there and facing the haters there. So I'm going to go with my Broncos here to win over the haters. I think Teddy Bridgewater will go down the field and stuff like that, and we'll try to score there. I think Courtland Sutton's going to get some yards this week there. Noah Fant might get some targets this week. He didn't really got no targets last week, so mostly I am going to go with my Broncos here win over the haters. So that's it for that game there. It's going to be that this game's going to be close, but I'm going to say my Broncos can pull it out here and win this one against the haters. That's it for so that's it for that game. So moving on to the next game. The next game we had the Dallas Cowboys at the New England Patriots here. I'm mostly going to go with the Cowboys here to win. I think the Cowboys have a little bit of advantage over the Patriots. Patriots there, they just don't look 100% this good in this game there. The Patriots just don't look that great. I think they're another team, honestly, is a rebuilding team there. Technically, the Patriots are technically another team, honestly, is another team's rebuilding and stuff like that for it. The Cowboys there, they look pretty solid there for the last couple weeks there with Des Scott, honestly, who actually is doing pretty well and stuff like that for this game. So mostly I'm going to go with the Cowboys here to win over the Patriots. But this game might be close, but I'm going to say Cowboys can pull it out here win against the Patriots. That's it for the 2:30 games. So we move on to Sunday Night Football. 6:20 Mountain Time, primetime NBC. We got the Seattle Seahawks at the Pittsburgh Steelers. Technically, this game here, this game might be really close here, but mostly I'm going to go with the Seahawks here to win. I think the Seahawks have a little bit of advantage over the Steelers. Steelers there, yeah, they actually beat us pretty hard last week there, and they looked pretty well last week. But I think the Seahawks have a little bit of advantage over the Steelers. Seahawks there, they actually have a little bit more of a game plan going there and stuff like that for it. The Steelers there, they just don't look that great. They just don't really look that great there. Going into this game there, but honestly, this game's honestly a who cares game. But I'm gonna say Seattle can pull. I'm gonna say the Seahawks can pull it out here, win against the Steelers. But the Steelers just don't look that great in this game. So I'm gonna go with the Seahawks here, win over the Steelers. That's it for the Sunday game. So we're on to Monday Night Football, October 18th, 6:15 Mountain Time, prime time. ESPN, we got the Buffalo Bills at the Tennessee Titans. Mostly I'm going to go with the Bills here to win. This game might be massively close here. The Bills look really red hot there for Josh Allen. Josh Allen looks really well with his offense there, and mostly the Titans there look pretty well also. Mostly this game here might be really close, but I don't really see the Titans actually doing that well against the Bills. The Bills look pretty solid there. They look pretty solid there in this game here and stuff like that. They look pretty solid and stuff like that. The Titans there, they just can't. I think the Titans are not going to get this game done there. But this game might be close here. But mostly I am going to say the Bills can pull it out here and win this one against the Titans, but this game might be close. But I might say I'm going to go with the Bills here, win over the Titans. And the teams are on bye. This week. The Falcons are on bye. The Saints are on bye. The Jets are on bye, and the Niners are on bye. So yep, that's pretty much it. Comment, rate, responsive to the risk. We like, love, and subscribe. And my connection with our uploads. Comment, responsive to the risk. We like, carry out. Add your peace.